All right, here we are at Chicago's MMA, LJ Tabano, in the house that Jeff Curran built, Team Curran out here in Crystal Lake. First thing, I walk in the door and you've done some remodeling of the place. The place, I thought the facility was awesome before. The place is just ridiculous now with all the improvements you've done.
Yeah, before we got this feeling, and I would get this feeling since the moment like I looked at the building, like I walk in, I felt like I was walking into like too much of an office setting and too much of a hotel room and stuff like that, like a hotel lobby, and it just seemed like a lot of wasted space. I mean, our business is fighting and martial arts, and to have all these rooms open for office use just didn't make sense. So 2 years in, I got a bug up my sleeve, and I literally just started swinging a sledgehammer and knocking out walls, and about 2 hours later I nailed a strobe and set it off. The fire department, came in and tried to shut me down. I said, okay, we'll stop. They left. We kept going. And I mean, we got our permits and just kind of kept motoring through it.
So here we are. 2011 has just started. You talked about how 2010 up and down year for you.
2010. What year was that? Fight career-wise, let's just keep it at that. Fight career-wise, I was coming off of 2 losses going into 2010, and that was my supposed return to the WEC. I knew there was talks about WEC and UFC merging. Everybody hoped for that. When it was going to happen, we didn't know. So, I mean, I was just really like, I could get back. I got to get back. And then I was like 9 months. They said I won those 2 fights, and they said, we might not need to do that third. Sean Shelby from the WEC, he said, we might not need to do that third fight, but if I'm going to put you in because I fought and I won in Strikeforce and I beat the Japanese guy, and there were some 2 legit wins, and I thought this might be a way to bring Jeff back, but it's not going to be till summertime. And now we're going in the beginning of the year. We went through Christmas. I started putting on weight. Was starting to get my mind in gear for wanting to fight again, and then they told me it was going to be that long, so I kind of drifted further away, and then an opportunity came up to fight in Bellator, and I was like, nope, I don't want to do it. Well, Monty was like, well, we should probably try to make some money. One more fight couldn't hurt our negotiations with the future, and we could probably have a good idea of the opponent. So we picked an opponent that matched well with me, somebody that was more of a ground-focused guy, and I thought that'd be good. I don't fight jiu-jitsu guys that much, and the state didn't approve him. And then we started freaking out. We're 2 weeks from the fight. My weight was struggling as it was. I wasn't taking the fight too serious because I was hearing that they're not going to approve the fight. Yeah. I was just training a lot of jiu-jitsu, nothing else. It's like, it's going to be a jiu-jitsu fight. Really just not focused. It was a bad decision making on my part, a whole cross board. Ended up getting Brian Goldsby, who's a stud kickboxer and wrestler and trains with the American Top Team branch, and it's way more than I kind of signed on for. And I realized that a couple days before the fight, and I was like, man, I want out of this. But I never pulled out of a fight. I could have pulled any injury card I wanted. I had injuries up the butt. Not literally. Let me clarify that. I had like some serious injuries going on where I was getting cortisone shots in my arms and my knee and stuff. And anyway, got through that, and I said, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to buckle down and get my head on straight, and I did. That's where I'm at. I'm in a good place.
You ended 2010 with a win, but then you're talking about injuries. You had to have surgery on your arm. What's the timetable on you getting back to action?
Well, the original surgery was planned 6 to 8 months, okay? And that freaked me out because they said 6 to 8 months of rehab. They were going to have to reposition my ulnar nerve. They were going to have to, like, Z-cut into my forearm muscle and, like, I guess tuck the nerve behind it. And I guess that was going to cause for some serious rehab. The removal of the plate, which you can see here, I got this, like, this lump here. Yeah. This is all just swollen still. I mean, it's only been 2.5 weeks. They went in and they removed 5 of the 6 screws. 1 is still in here and stuck, and they took the plate out, and they just kind of took away the bone chunks. I got a really rough bone, and It's got 5 holes all the way through, so it's very weak right now. I'm not supposed to be doing anything with it. It's supposed to be wearing my splint, but I'm starting to feel like my grip is there. They didn't really have to do a whole lot of cutting just on this side. And my last time I was at rehab last week, I asked the doctor, I said, hey, you know, I've got a potential fight offer for the end of May in London against the ranked number 3 bantamweight, and I would love to be able to just say I can do it. And he said, I don't see a problem in that. And then I said, well, if he doesn't see a problem in that, then maybe he won't see a problem in me headlining the May 5th XFO. And then 3 weeks later, I'll go to London. And my manager is telling me, no, let's just do one more. We only need one more, and then we can probably get back in the UFC. And I was like, oh, but if I could do 2, you know, my record would be that much better, and I'll feel better about myself. But we'll see. I don't know, man. I gotta just listen to guys, I guess.
Can we ask you who the bantamweight is and under what banner that fight would happen in?
The show is Trojan MMA, and my cousin Pat fought there right before signing
before Bellator, yeah.
Yeah, and they called actually wanting him, like, we don't have Pat, but we can give you Jeff. And they're like, oh, okay, we'd love to have Jeff. So I think the fighter's name is Gregg Knapp, and last I heard that he was debating whether or not he wanted to step up and fight me. So Greg, if you watch this, step up and fight me. Quit being such a little wimp and quit punking out.
It's on the web now.
That's it. It's official. I'm not a trash talker, but no, I would love to go over there and fight. And I think what happened is this guy had a win against somebody that was legit, and it kind of put him on the map. And maybe his eyes were bigger than his stomach and started wanting to step up and level. And then when it came down to being me, maybe it was too big of a step. I don't know. But really, if he is what he thinks he is, he should step up and fight me, and I'll go over there and hopefully kick his ass and come home.
Facility is awesome. So if you're gonna go train, this is probably one of the best places to go and do it. TeamCurran.com, ChicagosMMA.com, LJ Tabano, Jeff Curran. We're done.
We're done. Out.